Are you a notary in Utah? Don't let your commission lapse. Learn how to seamlessly renew it today. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to break down exactly how to secure your Utah notary commission renewal without a single hitch. Whether you're a seasoned notary who's done this a dozen times, or you're approaching your very first renewal, we're going to navigate this entire process together.
Now, I really want to emphasize this right out of the gate. Letting your commission lapse is a massive headache. It can completely disrupt your workflow, halt your revenue streams, and literally force you to start the application process from scratch. Nobody wants that, right? So today, we're giving you the actionable, real-world steps to help you grasp every single aspect of this renewal process, protect your income, and maintain that active status seamlessly.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover intro and eligibility requirements, walk through the step-by-step renewal process, break down fees, costs, and timelines, show you how to avoid common renewal pitfalls, share some helpful resources and support, and wrap up with a final checklist and disclaimer.
Section 1. Intro and eligibility requirements, the baseline for your commission. Let's start with the absolute basics to ensure you still meet the foundational criteria. Okay. Here is something you absolutely must keep in mind. A Utah Notary Commission ceases to exist at the stroke of midnight on its expiration date. That means you get exactly 0 days of a grace period. None. If you lapse, you cannot legally perform any notarial acts, period. Doing so is actually a serious violation of state law. And this is exactly why you need to be proactive and get ahead of that midnight deadline.
But here's the good news about your basic eligibility. It remains exactly the same as your initial application. You still need to be at least 18, a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, and be able to read, write, and understand English. You also got to continue to lawfully reside in Utah, or at least have been employed in the state for 30 days. And of course, you'll need to pass another mandatory background check to ensure you're free of any disqualifying offenses involving things like dishonesty or fraud.
Moving on to Section 2, Step-by-Step Renewal Process, the Action Plan. Let's look at exactly what you need to do to secure that next 4-year term.
So, your action plan on the legacyutah.gov portal starts with logging into your existing account. Oh, and fun fact, if your legal name hasn't changed, your old credentials still work perfectly. First up, you have to pass the state-administrated online exam. It's 35 multiple-choice questions, and you need a score of at least 61 points to pass. Once you clear that hurdle, you'll secure your new 4-year $5,000 surety bond, which protects the public, and then get your oath of office notarized by another active notary. Finally, you just upload those physical documents right back into the portal. Easy enough, right?
Now, you are really going to want to pay attention to this next point, which is a recent statutory update under Senate Bill 139. For years, the state of Utah only highly recommended keeping a journal for traditional in-person notarizations. While the law has evolved, if your commission is renewed on or after May 6, 2026, you are legally mandated to keep a physical, chronological, and permanently bound journal. So definitely factor that into your future process. You are going to need a fully compliant journal moving forward.
Section 3. Fees, costs, and timelines, the investment. Let's break down the exact time and money required so there are no hidden surprises.
All right, let's talk numbers. You'll pay a non-refundable $95 fee directly to the Lieutenant Governor's office, and that actually covers both your application and your exam. Next, that 4-year $5,000 surety bond, that's going to run you around $50 from a licensed commercial provider. And finally, you'll need to purchase your new official purple ink stamp showing your new expiration date, plus that newly mandated physical journal we just talked about, which usually totals about $55. So all in, you're looking at an investment of around $200 for a credential that literally empowers you to generate revenue for the next 4 solid years. Not a bad deal at all.
But remember, timing is absolutely everything here. The Lieutenant Governor's office typically takes about 1 to 2 weeks to process your documents and clear your background check once everything is uploaded. Because of this window, you really should initiate your renewal 1 to 2 months before your current expiration date. Seriously, do not wait until the final week. If you do, you risk hitting that 0-day grace period and accidentally shutting down your own operations.
You know, while you're already in the system renewing, it's a great time to reevaluate your business model. Have you thought about upgrading to a remote online notary, or RON, commission? If you want to perform notarizations over webcam for people literally anywhere in the world, you can totally add a RON certification. It does require bumping up your bond to $10,000, paying an extra $50 state fee, and contracting with an approved tech vendor. But get this, Utah notaries can charge up to $25 for a remote notarization, compared to just $10 for a traditional one, so that small extra investment up front can seriously boost your income down the line.
Okay, Section 4, Avoiding Common Renewal Pitfalls. The traps. Let's navigate around the operational hiccups that routinely delay applications.
Let's clear up a couple of massive misconceptions right now. First, a lot of applicants finish the exam, agree to the background check, and then they just sit there, waiting for an email confirming they passed the check. Do not do this. The state will not email you. You need to proceed immediately to purchasing your bond and getting your oath notarized. Second, on the legacy portal, people are literally clicking around looking for a final submit button. Honestly, there isn't one. The exact moment you upload your bond and oath, the system automatically queues your application for review. Knowing just these two UI quirks will save you weeks of anxiety, for sure.
Now, say you take the exam and, yikes, you don't quite hit that 61-point passing score. It happens. But you need to act fast. You have a strict 30-day window to retake the exam for a reduced $40 fee. If you miss that 30-day window, unfortunately, you are forced to start completely over and pay the full $95 fee again. Do yourself a favor. Study the free Utah Notary Public Study Guide beforehand so you can crush it on the first try.
Section 5, Helpful Resources and Support. The support system. Because let's face it, having the right resources bookmarked is essential.
Look, no one expects you to have the entire state statute memorized. During this process, the official portal at notary.utah.gov is your best friend. If you run into technical issues or have a really specific legal question about your application, don't just guess. Shoot them an email at notary@utah.gov or just call the Lieutenant Governor's office directly at 801-538-141. Oh, and like I mentioned before, definitely download the latest version of the Utah Notary Public Study Guide. It's totally free, incredibly comprehensive, and contains everything you need to pass the exam.
Section 6, Final Checklist and Disclaimer, the wrap-up. Let's do a final verification of your required steps.
All right, grab your phone and take a screenshot of this rapid-fire checklist. Use it to guarantee you hit every single milestone. Verify your basic eligibility. Log in and conquer that 35-question exam. Pay your $95 state fee. Secure your new 4-year $5,000 surety bond. Have another notary administer and notarize your oath of office. And finally, upload both of those documents to the portal so your application queues up for review. If you do all this 1 to 2 months early, you'll easily beat the clock.
Before we go, a quick reminder. While the information provided in this explainer aims to be accurate and comprehensive based on the current sources, state laws and administrative rules can and do evolve. It is always advisable to check the current state guidelines directly at notary.utah.gov or consult with a legal professional for the most up-to-date information regarding your specific commission. Your commission is a valuable asset that serves the public trust. So, with your brand new roadmap in hand, are you going to let that timeline slip, or will you secure your next 4 years of revenue today?